Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Cult Movie Tuesdays right here on the Night Owl video. And today we are reviewing the dreadful Night of the Living Dead 30th Anniversary Edition. So, just to be clear, I love the original Night of the Living Dead. This is not that film, although there's most of it in here, minus about 15 minutes. This is a 30th Anniversary Edition of the film, which was released in 1999, and it is the 1968 film with 15 minutes cut out of it and 15 minutes of new footage added into it. And this is a notoriously bad DVD. I did find this recently at a thrift store, and I just had the curiosity was nagging at me. I had to see for myself, and wow, you were right. This really is bad. But so today we're going to be talking about this Night of the Living Dead, the 30th Anniversary Edition. Again, I stress, I love the 1968 Night of the Living Dead, George Romero, but this is really not that film, and we'll get into that. But thank you to everybody who subscribed recently. I'm really happy to be back after a little bit of a hiatus after moving and redoing my movie shelf and all this, and starting a new job and just getting settled, and it takes some time. So as I mentioned in previous videos, I did record way ahead back in September, so I would have enough content to carry me through till around this time. I did take a couple weeks off as well, where I just didn't have any content, so I do apologize for that, but I needed a break. I've been doing this pretty much steady for the last 2 years, with the exception of last year when I had COVID, but anyway, I'm back, and I'm excited to be back. So I hope you enjoy all these new videos coming up. I don't have any big plans for 2024. I am going to do a tour of my movie closet in the new year once I get that all fixed up and looking good. But yeah, I probably should think about maybe doing some kind of new series or something in the new year. So I will put my thinking cap on over the holidays and see what I can come up with. But in the meantime, we're going to stick with the traditional Cult Movie Tuesdays every Tuesday and Fright Friday, which is my horror movie review every Friday. And if some of these thrift stores start to get in some good stuff, maybe I'll have some more thrifting haul videos, because I know you guys like those the most. Lately, it's been slim pickings, I got to be honest. This was actually one of the ones I picked up recently, but I really haven't been finding a lot of stuff. I did find, I don't know if I can reach it from here. No, I can't, but I did get two of the Incredible Hulk TV movies from the 70s with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. So kind of psyched to watch those. But yeah, thrifting has been real lame lately. So speaking of lame, we're talking about this film today, Night of the Living Dead, the 30th Anniversary Edition. The original 1968 film, directed, of course, by George A. Romero. In 1999, one of the co-writer on this film, John Russo, decided for some reason that he would re-release Night of the Living Dead with 15 minutes of the original film chopped and 15 minutes of new footage added in. So did not go well. John Russo also worked on the story of Return of the Living Dead, which I don't think I knew that before. So again, I'm not reviewing the film Night of the Living Dead. I'm reviewing this version of the film. So I'm not going to go too deep into Night of the Living Dead, because, my God, thousands of people have reviewed Night of the Living Dead since its release, and I don't think I really have anything original to add to it beyond that it's the originator of the zombie, what we consider kind of the modern zombie movie. It's a cool movie. I love that movie. I actually just rewatched it not that long ago, and still holds up. So the story, I mean, if you've never seen it, I can't imagine anybody out there hasn't seen this, but I mean the Night of the Living Dead, that is. I'm sure a lot of people have not seen this, or have not seen this because they were avoiding it. But you know the story. Basically, some folks are sort of trapped in this house, and the bodies of the recently deceased are coming back to life and attacking them, and they're cannibals or whatever. They're eating people. And again, I'm not going to go really deep into that because I feel like it's been said many times before, and I, again, don't really have anything unique to add to it. But in this film, the 30th anniversary edition, they decide to give you the backstory of the zombie at the very beginning. So most of you have seen this film. I'm assuming most people have seen this film, the original one, that is. There's a zombie at the beginning in the graveyard, and that is played by a person named S. William Hinsman. He reprises his role in this 30th anniversary edition 30 years after appearing in the original version. So I think that's him there. So in the original movie, he's like this gaunt, like old man. Maybe that's not him. Oh yeah, I think it is. In the original, he's like very old, he's gaunt and skinny. And in this 30 years later, obviously he's older, he's put on some weight, and they want you to believe that it's the same guy, and it just does not mesh with the original footage at all. And then you get this guy, Scott Vladimir Lucina, as this reverend character. So basically it's giving you the backstory of the zombie from the graveyard of the original, which, as like many other channels have said, like, why do we need that backstory? I'm not entirely sure. It really doesn't add much to the film. The Reverend is really cheesy, really over the top. This Scott Lucina guy, really over the top. Cornball. So in 1999, co-writer Russo released this modified version of Night of the Living Dead. Like I said, it cuts 15 minutes from the original, which, why would you do that? It's pretty much a flawless film. And then it adds in these really crappy, newly shot footage. He filmed additional scenes and recorded a revised soundtrack composed by the Reverend Scott, the character who plays Reverend Scott Vladimir Lucina. The new music that's added is it's just hard. It's just so bad. Again, I'm sure I'll mention this a few more times before I'm done reviewing this film, but just why? Just like, it's one of the most classic horror movies of all time. I don't know if it was just a cash grab or something, but in an interview with Fangoria magazine, Russo explained that he wanted to, quote, give the movie a more modern pace, unquote, which I don't know how he was thinking he was going to do that, because the footage that he added really was just like these two guys taking the coffin with the guy in it to the cemetery, and like saying that he was some kind of like creepy guy in his life, and they weren't comfortable being around the corpse and all this stuff. Like, it didn't make it more modern in any way to me, but I don't know. Russo apparently took liberties with the original script. The additions are neither clearly identified nor even listed in the credits. Entertainment Weekly reported no bad blood between Russo and Romero. The magazine quoted Romero as saying, "I didn't want to touch Night of the Living Dead." So Romero was probably quite happy with the way it turned out, though, of course, as a lot of folks know, it wasn't copyrighted, so they didn't get the royalties from the film. So I think it's considered like a public domain film. It's been re-released so many times by so many different companies, but while filming the extra parts for this 30th anniversary edition, actor Lucina sustained a heat stroke and a severe sunburn during an unusually hot day. The Evans City Cemetery was the cemetery used in the original version of the film, but it could not be used for the 30th anniversary edition. Before filming the new footage, a tornado had torn through the Evans City Cemetery, and ironically, it unearthed several graves for reals. So they had to use a different cemetery. It doesn't match up with the original film. I mean, the black and white, I guess, isn't terrible, but it is awfully clean compared to the black and white of the 1968 film. So it doesn't mesh well that way. This is abysmal. I would not recommend this to anybody unless, like, maybe you're like me, it was just like a sick fascination. What is this? What does this look like? But otherwise, just watch the 1968 version and enjoy it for what it is, which is a quintessential brilliant horror film. And do not watch this, because this is... Now, you can go on YouTube and watch just the additional footage that was filmed for this. So I guess if you had that morbid fascination with it and you wanted to see, you can just do that. Save yourself, I think I paid $10 for this, so it was kind of a costly... But again, I knew the reviews for this were terrible. I knew what I was getting myself into. I'm just giving you the heads up. If, like, just don't. It's really not even worth... It's really not... They should have paid me to watch it, but... so the critics did not like this film upon its release. Like I said, most YouTubers that I've watched that review this just slam this movie in, rightfully so. It's just a cheeseball disaster of a revision. So again, do not waste your time. This is the Anchor Bay DVD, which I think was... You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the only release of this movie. I don't think it ever got re-released at any other time. This is from 1999 from Anchor Bay. Night of the Living Dead 30th Anniversary Edition. The features on this film are a 30th Anniversary Edition with over 15 minutes of new scenes, a 1998 edition of the original 90-minute edit with an all-new musical score, 30th Anniversary Behind-the-Scenes Featurette, 30th Anniversary Theatrical Trailer, 30th Anniversary Still Gallery, audio commentary with John A. Russo, Bill Hinsman, Russ Streiner, and Bob Michelucci. Scene from the Bill Hinsman feature Flesh Eater, Dance of the Dead music video, and unfortunately, no, mine's just got this crummy card, but apparently the original, when this was originally released, it came with a 32-page 4-color collector's booklet, which I'm just realizing now I don't have, but really not a big disappointment. I don't think I'll probably hold on to this. This is really quite bad. Here's the inside for those who like to see those things. There's the chapter card. So I guess, yeah, you can watch the 30th anniversary or the 1998 edition, which I'm not sure if that's just the original. It says digitally remastered, rescored, re-edited, over 15 minutes of new footage. They really want to drive that point home. So, but yeah, again, just do yourself a favor, watch the original. Just skip this one, unless, again, mostly dead. Unless you really, really have some kind of sick curiosity and you have to see it, then you can watch it, but otherwise just avoid this. You can watch this in its entirety on YouTube for free. Probably the best way to do it. Again, I saw this at the thrift store, and thrifting's been pretty lame lately, so I thought I would add this to my collection and also get some sort of sad, sick thrill out of watching this. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Night of the Living Dead, the 30th Anniversary Edition. What did you think of this film? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And I would love to hear other people complain about this movie. I would actually like to meet somebody who really loved this movie, or because I would love to know what makes people like this. I don't think most people do, but so those are my thoughts on this film. If you like this review, consider giving me the thumbs up. It helps with my algorithms and my followers and all that jazz. Consider subscribing if you haven't already and you feel up to it. You don't have to, of course. You can just watch me from time to time. I do post every week, generally speaking, although I'm just coming off a hiatus. Cult Movie Tuesdays every Tuesday, and Fright Friday, my horror film reviews every Friday. And in between, I sometimes do thrifting hauls. So, but I haven't been getting much at the thrift store lately, which is disappointing. But I'm also going to have a Christmas special coming up, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And that's it for today. Again, you can tell I'm very excited to be back and recording new videos. And that's it for today. Night of the Living Dead 30th Anniversary Edition. Do not watch this film. Go again, watch the 1968 classic. I'm sure it's for free everywhere on the internet and on smart TVs and all that jazz. So if you've never seen it, it's definitely a must watch. Yeah, that's it. So until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store or just out and about somewhere. Hopefully I won't see you in some really warm cemetery with 30-year-old revisionist actors and directors making some crappy remake thing of a classic. I'm on a ramble there, but hopefully you're doing well and taking care of yourselves and your family. I hope everyone's getting in the Christmas spirit. I should really get some Christmas lights going in here. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I've watched a few Christmas movies so far. And like I said, either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or somewhere in around there, I will do a special like Christmas episode. Because I did do one last year, which was, I think was kind of like my, I don't know if it was my Christmas movie collection or it was like my favorite Christmas movies or something like that. It was kind of like an impromptu thing. I didn't really script it, but so this year I'll probably do much the same. If you have any recommendations for cool Christmas movies, definitely leave them in the comments below. Yeah, that's it. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I will see you in the next video.